What's up, guys? Give me a couple minutes here just to get fired up. Pulling up the chat now. Hopefully we can get things a little bit more fluidly than it's been working. Definitely haven't been a huge fan of YouTube these last couple streams. It just doesn't seem to be updating the chat the way that it usually does. So I'm hoping. I wonder if there's an update that I need to pick up on this device. Let me look for one real quick. What's up, guys? See you guys jumping in. Thanks for coming in. I am just on the back end right now, just kind of getting set up. One other device, so I can see what you guys are saying. I'm gonna check, see if there's a YouTube update that, because I know I've been, if there is one. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just get this real quick. So just give me a couple minutes. I want to make sure that there's something that I don't absolutely need that's critical to make these comments start working correctly. Because I know the last couple streams I've ran into a lot of technical difficulty with the chat. I can see you guys. Thanks, Ken, Ronnie. Good seeing you guys. One of the things that I did want to just kind of briefly start off with, we talked about this last time. I believe it was Ronnie. He got me set up, or maybe it was Steven. Might have been Steven. He might pop in here, but he got me set up with the super chat or something to that effect. And I started kind of accepting, donations, but it's only donations really for ball fund. So one of the things that I did want to show you, I do want to kind of get you guys the best kind of content for free that I can, because I've never, I never charged you guys for anything. And that's not what this is about. I'm not trying to, profit from this, because I mentioned last stream, if you guys didn't catch it, that I'm trying to basically dollar for dollar, whatever does get donated, it's going into a ball fund. Right now, the ball fund is depleted. So if you guys haven't seen here, I picked up the new one. So here it is for you guys. Last stream, we did get about $20. I think it was $20 even or something. So thank you for those donations. But I also had a couple guys anonymously reach out. And so with that being said, I have a decent amount of these new balls, and they look pretty cool. My clan members, they approved purchasing these, so I wanted to kind of get some value out of it. So I did pick up, you can see I got this is like one of the higher packages of these. So let me see if I can find it, or if it's gone. Yeah, it's gone now. So but it's almost the top tier. It's a very good package. And we picked them up. I'd like to hopefully try to, in the future, maybe add some backspin boost, top spin boost. But it's going to be funded by your guys' generous donations in the event that you guys want to do so. I don't want to, pressure anybody. It's not a big deal either way. But this is kind of the purpose, is to get you guys better walkthroughs so you guys can see kind of my interpretation. A lot of times I'm just going to be going right off my clan members. So this is the way that my clan members are playing the hole. This is the way that I'm going to shoot, and just try to do my own adaptation. Maybe just, fundamentally try to talk you guys through it in the event that you do have questions or anything. So, but as you can see, we do have those balls now. So we are going to use at least a couple today. I'm definitely looking forward to using, hopefully they fit into the weekend round. I'm going to try to stick to a decent amount of cents today. A lot of my clan members, they're playing this way, so we are going to as well. So if we can get away with some windfall or rough bumps, definitely seems like a more advantageous thing to do, especially since it's a qualifier. That extra precision, I'll tell you, I'm really looking forward to this ball. This is my first time even seeing a precision ball, like in terms of physically using it. Also, I want to just make one note in the chat to you guys. This is actually my first time looking at this tournament as well. I had no time yesterday. I didn't even log in. So this is going to be my first look at this. So hopefully it goes smoothly. But it's kind of my first time having a precision ball as well. It's funny looking at the evolution of this game because I only left probably 2 years, 3 months ago. And a ball like this absolutely 100% never even existed before I left. I mean, not even close. I was kind of wrapping my brain. I don't know if anybody kept dates or anything, but anything that was Power 2 almost had no side spin. And that's just going off of memory. I don't have dates of the releases. You know, maybe some people can fact check what I'm saying. But something to this magnitude, you know, throw away top spin, throw away back spin, throw away precision, just on the surface, 255, not even close. I think the best ball I had ever saw is maybe like a 225, maybe 235, best case scenario. So nothing like this ever, like even to that scale. And then on top, there's a precision boost, which from what I understand is pretty much going to take great ball out of the equation. So it is a very good ball for what it's worth. And I did just kind of want to mention that in the chat here. Let me see if I'm still having chat issues. I am still having chat issues. So the update didn't fix crap. So I have to literally go to live chat and still hit the update version. So it's going to be kind of a pain to keep doing this. I'm hoping they can resolve this. But thanks, guys, for popping in here, and we are going to do what we can. Appreciate seeing you guys. Thanks, Steve, for popping in as well, and Jan, clan members. So a lot of what I'm doing is kind of their adaptation a little bit, and also other clan members as well. So we're going to have some fun with this. Hopefully it goes smoothly. And one thing that I did just want to briefly touch on is the Ultimate Golf stuff. So, you know, there's been some debate, you know, especially with me, you know, just kind of talking about the two games in parallel to one another. And I just wanted to just kind of update you guys just a tad bit on where we stand over on Ultimate Golf before I get started. So if you guys don't remember, there was a promo code that we ran. It's ZAC22. It's in the description of this video. So if you do just want to, you know, briefly read that description, you can kind of get caught up on what we're talking about, because it's still valid. It's still active for you guys. But Ultimate Golf, they're definitely interested in big changes coming up for you guys. So, and, you know, it's one of those things, they're not really, you know, they're not trying to poach guys from over here. It's more of just being able to get you guys to check it out. So, you know, you guys don't have to take too much offense to anything. They're good guys. I, you know, get along with them great. Also, keep in mind, I have no motive. They have not paid me a dime to pitch. So I do pretty much, I mean, you guys know this from years of being over here. I do pretty much everything for free. And similarly with these guys, these guys have not paid me anything to sponsor them. So keep in mind, when I give you guys suggestions, it's my experience of 7+ years on the mobile platform, you know, playing games like Golf Clash, and my recommendations, they're coming solely from that. But Prior to that, I had played over 10 years on the Tiger Woods console series as well. And I really like the way that these guys are headed. And they, instead of it just being, this week is going to be this, next week's going to be this, the same things on rinse and repeat. It's not like that over on that game at all. Furthermore, that tournament that I showed you guys over there, they really like the feedback and format, and they're going to start pushing more that direction in the future. They even want to start running some stuff that parallels this game very well. So in terms of the way that you guys see qualifying round, opening round, final round, they don't want it to become that you have to do that, but they want to put in, they're very interested in implementing a structure over there that gives you that ability to still do that and also do a variety of other things. So looking at the future, their future, for game development is pretty much the highest that I've seen. They just want, they want to do so much with the game over there, and it is just so worth, kind of getting in off the ground there and just kind of setting your account off. And it's not like you guys got to go out and spend a bunch of money over there. Even if you unlock Tour 7 over there, you can really start picking up a lot of stuff for free. They have the best free model for getting started over there than any company I've ever seen in my life. So did just want to let you guys know that. Thank you, Joe, for sending me over a $5 there. Really appreciate that. We are going to get underway. I know you guys are excited about seeing some shots. So I did just want to, just let you guys know kind of where things stand. But here, I'm going to go scent ball here on this one. We're going to start B52. A lot of my guys in my clan, they're switching to Goliath. So we're going to go B52 Goliath for this first hole. So let's start and see what we can do. Hopefully it works out well. Oh, crap. I forgot the bracket today. So the only downside to that, oh, great. So brand new bracket, top 50%. Okay, let's strive for top 50%. Hopefully I can make top 50 and make sure that we make the weekend round. Even better if it stays a one-person bracket and I just guarantee that I get in. But we all know that's not going to be the case. As you can see, I have been growing my practice tokens. There is one hole specifically that I do want to dive in and kind of check it out. But let's just jump in here. Scent ball. What I like about this method, it's very easy, very replicable. It's a no spin method. So I definitely like the look of that. I think I already established my ball. Not sure why that popped open. I'm thinking somewhere around here. 9-3. And the reason for the Goliath switch is really just for one pull. You don't lose precision on a one pull. So let's see if we can straighten our alignment here. We got our perfect ball. Good camera view, good-ish camera view. Coming up just a tad bit short. So unfortunately not able to get my interpretation of that shot exactly what it needed to be. Like I mentioned, this is my first look at these. And of course, I have one account. So I have exactly one account. Makes it just a tad bit more tough for me to get dialed. Of course, I could do one practice, but the only thing that I'm worried about doing that is with balls. So I kind of don't want to bleed balls. So, but I do think, maybe that would be something that would really help me out a little bit. Would just be able to, and I definitely didn't get, on that one, I didn't get the best rollout version. You could see it took the checkup bounce. So it didn't roll out the way that the shot is intended, which is usually like a long, slow rollout. It did check, check, check on the first 3 bounces. So not the best result there, unfortunately. But let's keep seeing what we can do. I'm going to try to get updated a little bit. Ken, okay. So you used that and you made it twice out of 7. Is that what it is? That's not good. That's kind of annoying that the results aren't kind of giving exactly what people want. So I think it's more than anything just kind of like a tough hole to get a standard adjustment to roll out. So not the easiest thing to get consistent results on. And that's one of the reasons, if you guys have seen me play this in tour, that I don't play this shot for tour. I just don't like the fact that it can roll out 2 different ways. So if you guys have seen me in Tour 11, I've done this, I do this entirely different. Now with this wind, I probably would stick to that in tour, only for tour. But you can see as a result, I probably would have lost the shootout because I got the wrong bounce. But I do much more prefer, especially for tour play, playing that with a cat backspin, especially since Cat 8 elevated that backspin. It's a very great, reliable shot for getting the ball close in tour. And if you guys have caught some of the stuff that I do on Tour 11, that is definitely my preferred consistent result. We're talking on a case-by-case basis. We're going to get it closer 9 times out of 10, I feel, just for consistency fact. Gotcha, Ken. Yeah, that makes sense too. That totally makes sense. S. Merlin, is it? Yeah, thanks for popping in here. Hole 2. This was my biggest question mark. I really have no clue what to do on this one. We're going to go into practice mode because I don't want to dump a stroke on this one. I don't know how many times the success of this first shot is going to dictate how many times I go for it. So of course, you know, just to give you guys kind of like a starting point of kind of where I am, I obviously, you know, I have no backspin boost balls, and pretty much everybody from my clan, they're using a backspin method. So we're going to try to do something entirely different. And this is kind of what's cool about my channel sometimes, is we just go out of the box. So as you can see, I got basic ball on. Who else are you going to go to using a basic ball? I just want to get a feel for it and see if it's even possible. So that's what we're going to do. We're not going to jump in and play this one. We're going to go straight practice mode. If the result from this shot even looks somewhat like it could even be possible, then we're going to try to tinker with it. If it doesn't seem like this is even going to be tangible to give this a run, we're just going to probably take our birdie and just say, who cares? But I do want to take a look at this and just see what we're looking at and what my interpretation, and you know, this is just a rough starting point, because I have no clue, because I have to go completely free form for this shot. But power 3 plus 35 is what we're going to use as our base. I'm probably going to favor more inside on my pool angle because it's such an overplay. So keep in mind, you know, at this amount, we're overplaying so much, which is going to, typically, it's going to pull you, for this pool angle, it's going to pull you more to the right than you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to keep it to where I'm pulling my rings more deep and less right, if that makes any sense, which means we're going to switch our pull angle to be more inside intentionally. And I'm going to try to do it with as much precision as I can and just kind of see if we can get this. And this is pretty similar to exactly how my clan members are playing this shot. But we're going to be doing a completely different approach. I have no idea if it's even possible. So let's just use it as a starting point. It's free to play. So if it can work out, it'll be interesting to see. if it's even doable or even feasible to grab this one with a basic ball. 17.9, very interesting. So what I'm going to try to do for the sake of making some sense out of this is I'm going to start right in line with the pin. 25 ring adjustment, of course, pulling deeper. You can see that I'm kind of offsetting inside intentionally. And of course, the more precise you can do that, the easier it will be to replicate. We're in range. My last pull wasn't the greatest. We caught a great ball anyway. That's too deep. So we're going to come in on that adjustment. I wanted to take a couple iterations of it. I wanted to make sure, first off, that it was deep enough. So we've kind of solved that question. It is. The next question is, can we get more aggressive towards the bunker? And what did it look like? Maybe 5-ish rings. It's actually kind of severely overplayed, more than I was hoping it would be. I'm thinking of coming down maybe plus 20. And we're going to give this one a go again. Like I mentioned, I just want to, more than anything, see if it's even physically possible. Can the ball come back to the hole and actually potentially get this drop? What's up, Anthony? Thanks for popping in here. What's up, Rob? Thanks for showing up. And let's see what we can do on the second iteration of this. So second look at this. I'm going to try to land on the front of the green this time. We're definitely coming in on the adjustment. I'm just trying to decide, how deep was that? Because I was so worried the wind was going to be so high that it was just going to short land on me. Plus, not to mention, maybe pulling so far north that it just short lands. But it almost seems like I'm pulling off the ground to maybe, I'm pulling so many rings that maybe it's higher ground. So with that being said, I think I can stay more true to a little bit more standard on the adjustment. I'm going to try plus 15 and just see what that does for a land zone. With the same concept in mind, we're going to, well, maybe not. Actually, with plus 15, I think I'm going to shoot for more 12 o'clock. Because I'm worried that there's going to be so much wind effect that we're going to start to need to be much more to the right. Because the wind effect is going to be so severe. That's where we want to land. So I want to see if I can get enough momentum on like a 18-19 wind to get that kind of action, if it's even remotely in the realm of the possibility. And of course, we drew one of the smallest winds we could, which is not what I had intended here. 20 straight up, exactly. I'd really like this to be just a little bit more headwind than it is. And of course, it's not. So this time I'm going to stay just inside one ring. Ball guide through the hole. And this time I am going to go much more 12. If anything, I think 12 might be too deep. I might need to actually go more outside or alternatively, purposefully set up longer. Oh, great. Blind pull. So I'm a little worried with this pull angle now, but I'm going to have to flip and I'm going to have to push rings. But this is doing exactly what I didn't want to. I don't think I'm going to be able to get enough action on this. I I just highly doubt that it's actually going to shoot down enough. And that one actually shot much more to the right than I want it to. So at plus 15, changing my pull angle. If anything, I need to stay more inside because it's still going way too much to the right. I think I'm just going to call it a day with this one. We're just going to take birdie. It just seems a little too annoying to have to try to dial. But I do think depth-wise, this 20, this thing that I played here was pretty good. So we're going to stick pretty close to this adjustment, and we're just going to play this one safe. So I'm just going to come in. We're just going to, with basic ball, just say, you know, if you don't have backspin boost, it's probably not worth tinkering with in the event that you cost yourself a stroke on this one. It's not worth it. Hopefully next final round we can get more crosswind, which will bring up a little bit more possibilities for rough bumps or just something a little bit more feasible. What's up, Hussein? Good seeing you in here. 18-3. This is probably more in line with what we wanted. 22 rings. This is what I wanted to see with the last one. Not going to get... honestly, I think if I actually landed on this fringe, this would actually pay off. But also, at the same time, I have no motivation to get that aggressive on the approach. So 22 rings, and like I mentioned, we are going to flip, make sure that we're not as much keep ourselves outside of that tree. This is a little bit more north on my adjustment. Plenty safe, well deep, and we'll just take our birdie and run from this one. What's up, Steven? I did give you a slight shout out at the beginning about the donations, so I appreciate you, you know, getting me set up on that. We did pick up some balls, so if you didn't see at the front end of the stream, I did, you know, I have a lot of Win 5 balls now that we're hopefully going to, you know, really look at them tomorrow, I'm hoping, and hopefully future par 3s, we're going to be able to put out some really nice content, some good guides. So appreciate that. Nice little precision boost on this one. Almost feels like he needed it there. Ooh, rough bump. I had not seen anybody go rough bump. I would have liked to have potentially done that myself. I did not want to risk, and I also didn't want to bleed my own balls trying it. I hadn't seen anybody from my clan try to do it that way, and I wasn't, you know, I didn't want to sit here 2-3 balls because obviously, you know, my ball stash is very limited compared to most of you guys. So trying to conserve as much as we can, but let's hope moving forward we can get a couple drops here. Realistically, you know, I liked every hole except for 2. So I definitely think there's some opportunities here. So hole 3. We are going for a bump shot on this one. Either of these bags are fine. And we are going to break this out. So as you can see, like I mentioned at the beginning of this, first time I have ever seen side spin 4, side spin 5, and precision. So the first time I've ever even been able to utilize these on my own. And, you know, thank you guys for the donations. Like I mentioned, dollar for dollar, it's going to go back into this. So you guys can kind of see some cool attempts, some, you know, really good shots, and hopefully some success that might help, you know, motivate you guys for yours. So my first look here. Just getting myself prepared as we're going to go in and shoot. Make sure all that looks good. This is my first look at these. So I unfortunately did not get I had no time yesterday whatsoever. So didn't even get to go through a practice sesh for these. So a shout out to my clanmates for just kind of, you know, posting their attempts, making it easier for me to at least get some starting points on some of this stuff. What's this, a backspin boost ball? Yeah. So I have no ability to hit this shot whatsoever. So as you guys can see, we're just going to hope for the best. We have, you know, plenty of side spin to make this shot happen. And that is one of the reasons that we picked this up. The other is the precision. You know, I'm hoping that this new precision thing really pays off and just, you know, it takes away one variable that is always an uncertainty. Oops. Wrong button there. And sure enough, we are 1 for 1 on the new super cool balls. So a good start there, as you guys can see. You know, like I mentioned, thank you guys for the support and making these balls a possibility for me. Because, you know, otherwise we would have just been keep kind of sucking at this game. More or less. I mean, I think eventually I would start getting better with some of the shots with more rehearsal, but I don't have anything to go off of. So huge shout out to my guys in the clan who can just kind of adapt these methods and kind of really give me a nice honed in start point. So hole 5 here, or 4, my bad. We are going to go rock here, similar to how the guys in my clan were playing it. Looks fairly reliable. Thank you, Steve, Sue. Great seeing you. I feel like you've been in this game at least as long as I have. So good to see you still here and appreciating the game. It's like at least like 5 years playing this game. It's pretty crazy. You know, every time I think, you know, just about this game and all the support and all the fans, it's nice to see guys, you know, kind of stick with something that they love. Yep, appreciate that, Steve. We are. I was definitely going to use your iteration. So I'm hoping, you know, some good things will happen with the way that I saw you shoot it. Also, keeping in mind, this is a pretty mega adjustment. I'm hoping I get a smaller wind than him. Because my feeling is the more you pull into this water, kind of the more that you have to overpower. Just imagine not needing to overpower this. And just off on that one. Nice attempt. If you can keep this under one bullseye, it would be ideal. So I'm hoping I can draw a smaller wind than my opponent. And that's going to put me right at about, I'm going to pretty much go probably right on the number. Not enough OP. Can't believe. I feel like I had a decent amount there. Steve, I don't know if you were watching that, but I definitely thought I was correct on that OP. And it definitely short landed on me. So let's see if we can scramble, hopefully get this one. Sometimes I feel like it's tough when you do have to play shots like that. And the biggest reason why is just the whole fact that your finger's in the way. So it definitely creates a little uncertainty with your finger right there. So no harm done. We did have a bad break there, but still able to get the rough chip there. What's up, Stuart? Appreciate you coming in. Things have been pretty good. I jumped back between playing this game, playing Ultimate Golf, and really, back for the fans, kind of just giving you guys some nice shot setups and just kind of hanging out more than anything. And of course, definitely love your guys' support and love long-time support that you guys have been giving me. Yeah, Sue, this is actually the guide for Ultimate Golf overlay. So free to download. If I go to the Play Store, guide for Ultimate Golf. It's right here. This is, of course, the Ring app we designed for Ultimate Golf. It is free to download, free to use. We do have a subscription, which is still less than five cents a day. So it's under, it's very reasonable subscription service. But that's the way that I'm able to, it's kind of the easiest way to kind of have a user-friendly version of setting up a grid versus, Material Queue, which is very hands-on heavy. You kind of need either coding knowledge or you need somebody's starting point and then just shifting a lot of stuff. We have a very nice user-friendly version that can, make it very easy for you to put lines wherever you want. As you can see, we also have circles, stuff like that. Yep, so just wanted to kind of point you guys there. Like I mentioned, it is free to use, free to download. We do have, an ad-free version that's a little bit easier over there to kind of get off the ground. But as long as you don't mind, using ads, very easy to transition over to that grid and have a very user-friendly way to just kind of shift lines very super easily. So hole 5, let's hope we can get back on track here. Little on 4, I feel a little jaded on that shot. I feel like I really didn't do anything wrong. Now, it would be interesting to see what, if I can remove my finger from the equation more, which is very hard to do in this game. But I'd like to see the replay of that shot just to see what my OP looked like, because I definitely don't think it should have short landed like that. Also could have been pool angle related, and I'm not 100% sure either way. Let's get set up here before going in. This is probably a shot similar to what you guys have probably already seen. I've seen a lot of guys from my clan doing it this way. So this is the way that we are going to do it. So everything looks good here. Yeah, I'm definitely a huge Android guy, but there's a lot of people that also jailbreak their pads as well, which is also a nice viable option for you guys. Really not doing the greatest with this setup. So let's see if we can scramble, still get it done. Hope for the best. And it is offline. Little tough. I really had tough with that startup. So I think I picked a bad start point for starts, and then also had trouble with my spin. Very tough. Be very great to have a ball that doesn't have your side spin touchy. This one looks a little bit south of where I was, so I think I definitely probably chose the wrong start point. It's a very interesting pull angle switch, though. That was definitely not a 12 o'clock pull. It was very unusual to see that setup. So let's see how it works out. Oh, no spin on this one. So that's what my opponent's doing. No spin. A little bit of overpower as well. So very interesting method. Probably a lot of ways to kind of get this done, especially with wind 5 ball. Keeping that wind down makes it probably pretty easy to get that ball guide running through the hole. So unfortunately, not the best attempt on 4 and 5. Let's hope we can get back on track. This 6th hole, probably not the easiest as well. None of my guys in clan seem to be having great success with hole 6. So we're going to see what we can do, and let's just hope for the best. Hope that we can put up something shot-worthy on this one. Never say never here. This is actually, I think, going to be the first time that I utilize the Kingslayer ball. Can't remember if I pulled one out last time. I may have. You can see how few of these I have. I'm trying to be very stingy with these balls. And of course, I'm not bringing them in quite near the amount that I would like to, which is requiring me to be even stingier. I think this might be my first time using this ball, so maybe we can kind of continue that luck streak with how the first time we used the new ball, we made it. Be interesting to see what my opponent does. This is the new ball, isn't it? Yep. So this is the new ball. Very interesting. Very interesting. Is this even possible? Isn't he going to wind up going into the sniper with this? Or cat? Or whatever? Is it? I'm surprised. So you can... It looks like just short hitting. That's very tough for precision. When you try to do something like that, it's very tough to get that dialed. And as a result, you can see not the greatest attempt. I'm assuming it's probably somewhat possible, just not the easiest. So let's go 10-1 here real quick. A little worried about how much backspin this is. I'm going to come in off of it some. Perfect ball. Oh, you know what? I didn't curl it though. I think I was supposed to curl it. Totally forgot about that. So as you can see out to the left, mistake on my own part. So I basically just threw that ball away because I forgot that 4 side spin is not enough. I remembered in air before it actually got on, before it actually stopped. You can see my weight was good. So it's a good setup like that, but it's very curl dependent. And the amount that I was supposed to curl isn't substantial, but it needs to be kind of like in between the circles somewhere. And there's a specific amount that makes it shoot more towards the hole. And I remembered in the air, but I did not remember pre in the air. So mistake on my part, unfortunate. Let's see if we can get our focus back here, because I definitely feel hole 5, 6, and 7, we just kind of dwindled a little bit. And of course, I hate wasting a Kingslayer ball. I don't bring nearly enough in that I want to do something like that too mentally of a mistake. So I definitely need to try to get my focus a little bit more realigned. And let's hope for at least one more drop in these next 3. I think all 3 decent looks. So decent looks here. We are going to go scent ball. From my understanding, a lot of guys have been getting this. So I do want to take a good crack at it. I definitely think at the least, this is a very good look for you guys. So I definitely, you know, looking at the last couple, I think they're kind of tough looks. This is probably the easiest of the looks. Out of the last 4 holes. So let's go here. A little bit of backspin, a little bit of left spin. And sure enough, there's a drop. So we got one for you guys. I do feel like it's kind of must get, just because it's so straightforward and easy compared to a lot of the other ones. So I kind of mentioned that on the tee. I can see kind of the way that my clanmates are kind of, the way that they're kind of progressing with some of these shots. So with as easy as that as a look is, you know, hopefully you guys, you're able to get it, because you definitely want to give it a go. And I think more so than anything, the ball guide is the key. But also keep in mind your win number. So I would have given that a little bit of curl, which I tried not to, had the wind been higher. But also pay very close attention to where your ball guide is. So especially when you have to put spin on something, I think the most important key is the end of your ball guide is going to be very critical with the placement there. Side spin itself, I think, is a little bit less of a factor because it's very hard to replicate each and every time. Really pay attention to your ball guide, where it tips, and then also be very careful if that wind does dip over 10, because the more that the wind is, the more that you might just need to 1-2 click it to the right. So we are somewhat back on track. I'm not doing too bad. So I'm at least where Chaz is. And what I do like about this format, there's really no tiebreakers. So if I get to I'm really striving for 12. If I can get to 12 and we can go to the weekend, chances are you're going to have an equal. So you really tie a lot of guys in these formats. They did another one like this with par fives only, and it worked out favor for me as well. Like, for the most part, you tiebreaker everybody. You just tie with them. So they give out better rewards in these par threes and par five tournaments. So do try to concentrate on that fact and do the best that you can. We are going new ball again. And anytime I'm using this sucker, I want the make. So, it kind of takes what I'm hoping, knock on wood, I don't want to jinx myself, but I want to take great ball out of the equation. And I really want to take a look and get a very good attempt on this hole. I just want to make sure that I'm exactly kind of the way that I want for this. So let's go in, give this one a look, see what we can do. Very large win there. Hadn't seen anybody try to set it up like this. This will be interesting just to see how it works out. It's almost like you definitely have to go into a higher power ball. But I guess this gives you a good start to get close to the max line. I don't even know. I think this is just kind of like just a do it shot. It's not, yeah, this isn't, I guess, because this definitely isn't a precision. I think there's probably a way to do it the way that my opponent just set up, but that definitely wasn't it. I thought he was going to change to some kind of higher power ball or something. You got to be very careful with your top side spin on this. Not the easiest that you'll ever pull. You gotta watch that bunker too. So all things pretty good. Just a hair light. If the wind was a little bit higher, I would have probably given that a little bit, 1 or 2 clicks of right, but the wind seemed pretty good. It seemed like a nice even number, kind of like mid-range. So I just kind of went with the adjustment. It just didn't quite work out quite as smooth as I would have hoped for. I should have opened up a chest because I would have got a chest here. Let's see if we can't get 9. I really wanted to get that one. I thought that was going to be a very nice setup. I like the way that it's kind of like a precision setup a little bit with that spot that a lot of guys found. It's a very nice start point for you to have some confidence in your ring pull. But unfortunately, I'm not able to get that one. Last chance. I'm torn between KM ball here and scent ball. I kind of think both are going to be feasible. What I like about bumps is once you hit that spot, it just kind of holds that line. A couple, a mile per hour extra isn't going to change things too much. Maybe I'll go in, see what the wind looks like in terms of scent. And if I feel confident or comfortable enough with the way that it looks, maybe we'll just go and switch down to KM ball. So we got our scent ball now. Let's try to get to this 12 number. Very nice little shot here. I definitely think that, oh, you know what? Let me back out just real quick. I got some BS in here. I might as well get rid of just in case. I actually feel, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good like I can make this one. So let's try to take that energy and make it happen. I need some good mojo on this one. I really want to get to that 12 number. Just to have a decent tiebreaker. I don't know what the scores really are. I don't pay attention, don't follow tournaments enough to know how well people are doing. And frankly, at the end of the day, I really don't care. But at the same time, I do want some Kingslayer balls. So that is the goal, is to just have one tournament where I can just get a nice set of Kingslayers. Just once. That wind is super tiny. I am totally switching this. Wrong bag, of course. I did not mentally prepare enough, as you guys could see. I don't think they could have thrown an easier wind at me. So with that being said, we are going to chance it. I'll tell you, I think this shot's actually harder than I'm giving it credit for, though. I just don't like the way that it sets up, per se. Landed a little bit shorter than I wanted it, unfortunately. I'm really interested in seeing what this looks like because I want to see if that line was really good. So we're going to test it. It landed just a tad bit short. If I would have had just a little bit more time to kind of precision dial that underpower, I would have liked it. Of course, I probably could have set up for this bump that you see my opponent doing over here. I just liked how straightforward the other approach is, which I've seen some guys from my clan have some success. And I just like the fact that, hey, you can use a KM ball and probably at least 30 to 50% make this shot. As long as you're good and precise with what you were doing. Now, I would have liked just a little bit more time to really try to dial that. But I'm also very interested in my line. Let's see how good I actually did do. And if it would have just landed just a tad bit longer, if it would have been good. And the easiest way to test that is to test your on the green spot, which obviously does not look that great. So at least I didn't just miss this. So I don't feel nearly as jaded about it because I don't think that shot was going in. So it is what it is, but we do need some side spin to correct this one. And that's what you can see that I'm doing here, is we're utilizing that side spin. My adaptation of that shot was not probably as good as it needed to be. And a little bit more time, I think I could have given that one a good run. Sometimes I just got to really focus and get more, and this is something I'm really bad at, which is just going straight into shot mode as soon as I hit start. Like, you know, do, and hit these tasks. I just am not always mentally there. Even if that did creep on, you know, I feel pretty confident it wasn't going in. Now, I do think I was going to get some extra wind effect, but still, I just don't feel like I had that line down good enough. But all things considered, not a terrible round. Let's see how some of my clanmates did. Hopefully they did pretty good. I don't know what the accepted scores are for this tournament at all. I don't even fully understand how to look at some of this stuff. No qualifier. I think I did decent. So I think I did decent. At least I can say that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this stream. Big shout out to my clanmates helping me out. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get one or two more, and more specifically that I didn't take a little bit better cracks at 2 or 3 holes specifically. Would have liked to have had a little bit better, more precision, at least, you know, less brain fart, more time. But all things considered, you know, thanks guys for getting me squared away. Thanks for showing up, and thanks for the people that have supported this stream. Like I mentioned, I'm kind of like right now on my ball fund, I'm kind of like even. So I don't have a lot in the tank, but in the event that you guys do donate and feel like, you know, donating, we are going to use 100% of donations to this game and just dumping it back in for balls. I would like to at some point pick up some top spin, pick up some back spin. Of course, don't feel obligated to, only do it if you want to. But I would like to raise the quality for you guys. And like I said, you know, I'm not looking to benefit on behalf of what you guys give me in any way, shape, or form. So 100% does go back into the game. Best of luck in your tournaments. Do reach out to me if you guys do need, you know, just a little bit more clarification or, you know, tweaks to help you guys get aligned. Like I mentioned, a lot of the content, or pretty much everything I've ever done, is for free. It's for your guys' benefit. So I hope that you guys are getting the benefit from some of this stuff, because that is the sole intention. So best of luck out there. Let me know in the comments how you guys are doing, and see you guys next time. Take care. Thanks for coming, guys.